Also new at 5, a coyote that's been roaming neighborhoods in the East Bay has gotten a reprieve. We reported at noon that police wanted a hunter to kill the coyote named Cliff because it had become too friendly with animals. But a petition to spare the animal's life seems to have paid off. Eyewitness News reporter Jared Pleiner is live in Middletown with the new details.
Well, Shannon, police say Cliff has had some unsettling interactions with people in places where children were present. Cliff was set to be dispatched just this morning. And when you check in on the fundraising effort that is underway tonight, we have been told in that regard that a private donor will assure that the $8,000 fundraising goal will be met. He may be handsome, but Cliff the Coyote's days fearlessly roaming the human neighborhoods of Aquidneck Island are numbered, with thousands of online petitioners demanding his life be spared. Officials say tonight Cliff will not be put down, as originally ordered by Middletown police, but relocated. Newport City Councilman John Flores says his kids bent his ear on Cliff, now an online sensation.
They were pushing me, Daddy, let's do something about this, and they knew more about Cliff than I did. I ended up calling the police chief in Middletown, and I threw an idea at him. What if we could raise the funds to transport him, to tranquilize him and transport him to a zoo or a refuge?
Flores and his work colleagues launched a GoFundMe page, and tonight talks are underway with New Bedford's Buttonwood Zoo. But Cliff is the poster canine for an exploding island coyote population Flores says didn't exist 20 years ago. Authorities worry residents are both intentionally feeding and improperly securing garbage. Cliff's Middletown Newport strolls are large in scope.
This is anomalous behavior. They're out during the daytime, and it's only going to get worse. So I think if we can use this situation as an opportunity to really capitalize on a public awareness campaign, I think we could come up with some good solutions here.
And Flores says one of the things he wants to do is to start a conversation with residents and businesses about trash disposal. As for what locals think about today's decision, well, we have that for you coming up new at 6 o'clock, and we'll see you next hour. For now, live in Middletown with the East Bay Mobile Newsroom, I'm Jared Pleiner, Eyewitness News.
Well, public outcry was loud enough to scrap plans to kill a wild coyote in Middletown. The coyote simply wouldn't go away, and Middletown police had ordered it to be shot, but now it's being located to a zoo instead. Eyewitness News reporter Jared Pleiner spoke to residents about the decision, new at 6.
That's right, Shannon. Well, the clock has stopped on the irreversible fate, what would have been an irreversible fate for Cliff. At 5 o'clock, we brought you the city councilman from Newport and his new plan for Cliff. Now, the public response. Word tonight that Middletown and Newport's most famous roaming coyote, Cliff, won't be put down by a rifleman, but tranquilized and relocated. His seemingly fearless interactions with people alarmed officials. Newport Councilman John Flores and his office colleagues launched a GoFundMe page to pay for Cliff's move, possibly to Buttonwood Zoo.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea to take him to a zoo.
I think that's a fair thing for Cliff and the good of Newport. I think Cliff is getting a bad rep because they treated him like he was domesticated, and then they want to euthanize him. If people are going to be friendly to them, they can't. It's not fair.
That's a concern: intentional feeding and improper garbage storage. This video shows Cliff on Newport's Bedloe Avenue. Mike Johnson says he recently saw Cliff on a daylight stroll with a buddy.
There was another lady walking a smaller white dog, and they came right at her, and she jumped into the back of a pickup truck with her dog.
Christine Dugas knows about coyote dangers from childhood.
They would kill sheep. I had an elderly pony that they would stalk.
As for human interactions with unpredictable animals,
Seems like people are getting sillier and sillier with wildlife.
officials say the island coyote population is growing rapidly. By the way, Councilman Flores tells me that his family, they keep their trash cans in their garage at night to prevent this type of interaction or to encourage coyotes to interact with humans that they would otherwise be afraid of. And by the way, for a link to that GoFundMe page that the councilman and his colleagues set up, you can find a link to that on our website. That's WPRI.com. Live with the Mobile Newsroom tonight in Middletown, I'm Jared Pleiner, Eyewitness News.